suffering, disable. Establish them in the still one, surpass perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. O Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, all starters who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnation. May the experience of happiness be separate from suffering disability. Now establish them in the still one, surpass perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dala Dhamma Sibeda, no para Sibege. Torba Dan Dam Jen Jebe, Barda Jubara Seba, Dam Je So Sepe, Mananga Dan Yambe, Sem Jen, Dam Je Dewa Dan De, Dongara Dan Jaran Yorde, Lana Meba Yandaba, Zobe Zanjo Rumbo Jedo. Dasandra achieve enlightenment. I perform virtues to the body, speech, and mind. Under death, I perform virtues with the body, speech, and mind. From now under this mind. We take refuge in the Kandaro Lama and the Lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadam. Refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excelling order of the Sangha. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dhakinis, and the Dhamma guidance, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and the likewise in the example of a Bodhisattva. As previous Buddhas invested in enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, two for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to Bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete the stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge under enlightenment's reach. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother Saint beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind toward Tathagatas and the 10 directions. Those have already reached the Tathagata state, those are reaching it at the present, and those Tathagata state to come. Through the power of Samantabhada's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest within my mind. I prostrate to them, multiply my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. Each atom I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. That's all space is filled with these Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of arrows, pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oil, magnificent lay and fragrant incense. I make offering to the orphan garment, perfume, and the purple of the highest moment, on the orange, the most beautiful way. I visualize in the highest of the most extensive offerings and offer them with a great faith. Your Buddhas, Apostles, Buddhas, and make of needs of the great Bodhisattva Samantabhada. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all Buddhas and the 10 directions of great Bodhisattvas and the practical Buddhas. Those who have entered Aharacha, those who have entered the path of Aharacha and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma, as like displaying the darkness of beings in the 10 directions, leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas intended pass into Nirvana to living long fast many years, as they are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, Lord, this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkled with the scented water, and the strewn with the flower. It is adorned with the meadow, the spring mountain, the four continents, the sun, the moon. As a Buddha fair, offer it, may all Buddha fears to the lamas who possess the Trikayas are offered in the sacred offering. With my body, with all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever may I gather through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseech, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all thinking beings, all these are dedicated. I call refuge on the name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 worlds. You are the way toward Yadara with adore. I bow at the feet of Father injecting Songo. Continue nothing of no one but you. Compassion one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of man. Please stand away of the Dharma of the true workers and the combination according to this position, the likewise, the mental capacity of sentient beings. So now we go to the Manjushri sadhana. Is page 28. Manjushri sadhana, page 28. Everyone hopefully get, yeah? So I do this transmission, Manjushri, and then going to share the teaching. Also, we chant practice together. First, I do the transmission. Lama Jangun Yermi Ladun Yishi Sembe Dretan Dordi Tredebetin La Chapsan Hindro Vishin Maju Tunye Tung La Ta Om Sobawa Ishida Sarva Dharma Sobawa Ishi Bawa Ema Gohan Domben Angle Nazo Bema Dan Dave Dindin Rare Moma Ser Uzarambar delle undrinde jarwa Jun Rogan Drubajan Zende Yunjur Danyin Jambarayan Somasando Sharche Sanye Yeba Shira Rad Ponte Sara Yomba Tukara Dezen Abala Yawan Enzen Kesara Punyon Zumden Tonra Jabal Lewamji Lewamji Dojirishan Song Sempe Samparwe Song Dramba Jinranjo. We need someone mute. I don't know who's that. Yeah, Dorje Sambajina Zahong Bahong Dada Nimi Den Layan Doge Dole Wonte Ringa La Jinra Medo Beda Marmeche Yase Romo Danjen Chubamber Roma Sawa Tata Angada Bekenza Deman Shi Sorupum Jeje Wone Wang Guru Gang Jamada Jenjaya Lama Jiwanjel Namnang Wo Jinjen Wala Dage Lila Dambara Jo Om Menze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Argam Saba Benza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Badeng Sarwa Benza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Pipe Sarwa Benza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Dipam Sawa Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Aloke Sawa Benza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benzan Gende Sawa Punza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benzan Neve Sawa Punza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaye Hong Om Benze Jiran Jana Sadon Benza Shabda Sawa Punza Manga Samanda Sawarana Samaya Ho Yiso Jinju Doba Jebane Gangalo Nidre Gangalo Dimni Tindanandara Sawa Jinji Tunga Jesu Senyo Cheto Kala Wanzing Kanda Sipe Tunra Mareng Mintom Dunghar Chizerwe Rogan la buje dar se yin la chu ji yan din song ro dar che ro ni mo yin long le je ja ro don se che ma re mi ser do nga ni ge chun se ra de na jin ye chun se ra de nam do ne da je sa jin da sen ye de le zo jar sen te we ko che ra je da ju ni jin de da long mi sen jang be yang lan de jin ne ge len chang wa bo de na yi shi yun ne ge len chang wa bo yi shi ru me ra de ba ron je ti to mo men sar wan jang bar yang la san zar tu to kan ye de mam tan han den je sen do wo je rang ye ye ko we wo ze Sentry so the jargon center de maintain how to be no yara ye ni ju ju je sim je drba jang ran da la je ken jang ha da ro zer sen de sa on la ta make sang chu sim jo rum bo je ma je ba na je je on wang ge shor mo on wang ge shor mo on wang ge shor mo no ju wo jo ran da ran je jang to ka man te me na da par人天明明多少的天下，那样讲吧，把为个了，就是今明就让那研究问我，也莫让那这点研究，我这里就到了都莫没把到山，搞到定期用了多把也落的把本那啥的时候，刚才打完多把，就在这玩多那样，我们讲样去年的给你把那东西，首先南看他都被经济更多主的时候，觉得。现在把大手就把咱这药上就生叫人不接，马几把那几节几把两把没把样，光你光等白把笑。三节个生你百姓老当，就你们就等百姓老当，跟你们生的百姓老当，就等我们几天没去，都忙那边钱，他在三节一起头把笑，一样他们来干西沙我干西沙我，在咱江边一起生把。我们的人本多的，人家讲老满城来，知道拉说把同年个也没把讲来。Devirina karma bandeja mangala jiran zola zamba devala lankara bhavinto. Sonam daya dam jesi banye domna ni benda nam pamse de chiga nam je balon roba sikon solen roba roba san chikum jo rombo je machi pan nam chi je chi pan nyam ba me ba yang kong ne kong den se wa re yo. Okay, so now we go back to sadhana page 29. First, we chant this prayer under mantra. Om Jene Danyana Benzar Zobawa Emagohan. From the all-providing emptiness of many color lotus appear on the lotus almond and the Sunday. Surmounted by an orange color mom syllable, the nature of my own awareness wisdom. The luminous celebrated color lay in all directions. It is offered to the Buddhas to purify obscuration in the 6 rounds. The light returns and is absorbed into the syllable, and I become Manjushri, brilliant golden in color. With the one face and the 2 arms, my right hand rises the wisdom silver above my shoulder, and my left hand recite to the heart level, hold between the thumb and the ring finger, the long string of lotus. The blossom at my left shoulder on the lotus is the 100,000 verse Panjana Parimita text. I'm wearing a 5-pointed crown adorned with a blue black top knot, and I'm clothed with the second rose and the precious ornaments, seated in the Vajra position with smiling countenance. I radiate the glorious sons of the Buddhas at the 3 special places are the white, red, and the blue color syllable lights radiate from the syllable in white and the divine wisdom being who dissolve inseparable into me with the syllable sa hong bang hong. Again, the 3 color light radiate and in white the Buddha of the 5 family to appear in front of me. I offer flowers, incense, light, scent waters, nourishing cake, and music to them. Om Sarva Tatangata Abhikenzatuma. By this recourse, I am empowered by the Buddha who poured with nectar on the crown of my head, filling my whole body with the nectar and purify all the obscuration. purifying all those creations, the nectar overflow at the crown of my head, becoming Buddha Vairocana, the Buddha of empowerment then dissolve into me. Go back to Tibetan, pages 29. Om Shune Danjana Benza Sobawa Ema Gohan Dombe Ngangle Naso Bemata Dave Din Den Ranre Momazer Ozer Rambar Dele Wonjenji Jarwa Kinjun Dodo Drabajang Sende Yonjura Danyen Jambar Yang Somai Serendo Jarje Sanyeba Yeba Ishira Radre Bonde Sar Yomba Dogara Devzen Abale Yuan Zen Gesar Punyonde Zongzhen Dongzha Jiabe Len Wang Jin Dojie Yenzhen Zenbe Zenbarui Nezong Zhezong Gamar Denzin Le Qi Yixi Senba Jin Zhang Ju Sa Hong Bao Da Dan Nimi Den La Yang Do Le Wong Zhi Ring La Jin Zhang Me Do Bu Da Mar Me Zhi Xiar Zi Ro Mo Dan Jin Ju Ban Bu Om Sarva Ta Dan Ga Da Abe Gen Da Sorabun je je won ne wan gor ge gan zhe ma da jin je la ma je won je le nam nam we jin jin wan la da ge le la den ba ju Om Jiren Jana Sato Benza Sarva Argam Sarva Benza Manga Samanda Savarana Samaye Ahom Om Jiren Jana Sato Benza Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savarena Savam Maye Hong Om Benze Sharan Jana Sato Benza Bibe Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savarena Samaye Hong Om Benze Sharan Jana Sato Benza Bipan Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savarana Samaye Ahom Om Manze Sharan Jana Sato Benza Aloge Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savaren Samaye Ahom Om Manze Sharan Jana Sato Benza Rangende Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savaran Samaye Hong Om Benze Shiren Jana Sato Benza Nevede Sarva Benza Manga Saman Savarana Samaye Ahong Om Benze Shiren Jana Sato Benza Shabda Sarva Benza Manga Samandra Savarana Samaye His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of tubers, and the precious arrows traps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion for beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance in the prison of samsara, as a father for only son. Like a he awakens those are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of harmonious speech. He wears wisdom silver to cast settling over suffering, to dispel darkness of confusion. And the Buddhist hour form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplishing the 10 levels and the perfect in the body or knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, don't about the 112 son of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Lo ji jim nye chen dar nye dar nam da rab zar wa ji nye dong gen je yin zi sir nye je do ga ling wang zeng kan da zi bi zong rai ma re men dong dong a re ji zi re Rô zô gen lai bơ jê tar zê yen lai chu jê yan din song. Rô tar jê rô nye mong nye long lê jê ja rô rôn zê jê. Ma rê men zê do ngà rê nyô gê jê nye chun zê ra jê nam. Đô nê ta jên sắp jên tar sân yon đê lê zô jar zê gê. Chơ trai chơ tang chô nhê dên trê đà lô men sơ rên yam bê ya chô la đê. You who are the perfect, beautiful body, whose flame wisdom blesses, dispel darkness of order ignorance, are posted before you in the press, human Manjushri. At the heart, Chara is a sun, this on with the stands the mom syllables surrounded by mantras clockwise. In golden light from the mantra, invoking all the blessing and of our Buddhas, which dissolve into the mom syllable. Again, like that is, and transform the outer universe into the sphere land and purify all those creations of sentient beings, who are then transformed into Manjushri or are recited the mantra together. The light then return to this syllable. Back to Tibetan. Yun Gelen Jang Wai Bo, Yi Xie Zhong Me Rab Den Bar, Ye Den De Mo Men Zar Wa, Yang Bar Yang La Zar Tu, Tu Gar Nye De Mem Dar Han Ren Jie, Sen Do Wu Jie Ran Yin Ye Gor Wei, Sen zhe so de jar gen sen de men den la un zhi be nu yar ye ni jor se u je sem jian zhe ba jia ran zhe la jor gen jiang ha dai do o zer zen de sa won la de me ong wang ge jor mo wang ge Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo. Wange Shoremo, 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 Wange Shoremo. Wange Shoremo, 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 Wange Shoremo. Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo. Wange Shoremo, 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 Wange Shoremo. Om Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Om 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 Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo, Wange Yoremo. Om Wange Shoremo, Wange Shoremo. So now you can chant the mantras and silently, or you just listening, teaching, either is okay. I'm going to share here short instruction about this sadhana. Then if we get time, can go to long press to Manjushri. So this sadhana, just we talked a lot about all the time sadhana practice, teachings you have. Generally, all the sadhana is the same. Only just change the yadam deity. Visualization is change. So here, this sadhana also beginning, we have refuge and bodhicitta prayer. So that specifically not included in this sadhana, but opening prayer is good. So when you're going to practice this Manjushri sadhana, so you have to chant the refuge to Manjushri, and then mind generate bodhicitta practice. So then come into this yadam deity practice. So it's always good to any practice followed by 5-part mahamudra. So 5-part mahamudra, we cultivate bodhicitta. So cultivate bodhicitta, then we need cultivate compassion and love, because bodhicitta source is compassion, causes compassion. Compassion causes love. So that's why before meditate, before any practice spiritual, cultivate bodhicitta is important. The first part, that's we call the 5-part mahamudra. First preliminary practice is bodhicitta, and then second is called main practice, is practice yadam deity. So this sadhana directly go to the yadam deity practice, Manjushri practice. Then second mahamudra is yadam deity practice. So you can depending which you're going to practice. If you're going to meditate, then of course we always need beginning mind generation, change intention, bodhicitta. If you then second section yadam deity, if you don't going to practice yadam deity, but you're going to like meditate, then you can supplication to the yadam, and mentally you can supplication to the yadams. So that's not really you need to go to sadhana practice. You can use something, short press to the yadam deity and the supplication to the yadam deity. So then depending individual, depending also your day, so you can pick which yadam deity you're going to supplication, to the yadam deity, press to yadam deity. So that's all is individual connections, dependent, just we need supplication to the yadam. So then the mahamudra, 5-part mahamudra, second is yadam deity practice. So if you follow by sadhana, then use sadhana. In today we're going to use sadhana. So second section is yadam deity practice. Then guru, yadam is actually in this case is using same together. Third is guru devotion or guru yoga. So when you use this sadhana practice, you included guru yoga together, yadam, guru inseparably. And then in this sadhana, not only generation section, in this sadhana has a accomplishment, I think accomplishment section, right? So in this case, starting here already, accomplishment section, generation stage, accomplishment stage. So accomplishment stage is mahamudra. The fourth is mahamudra. It's omashune tanjana benza sobhava ema koha means like we visualize all the phenomena is emptiness. Everything is meditated emptiness. So that is mahamudra. Actually, every single yadam deity practice, guru yoga, and preliminary practice, Ngdo, Tibetan called Ngdo preliminary practice, all this, each sadhana has actually all together. So just, usually we pick up some specific yadam deity practice, but in the yadam deity practice included everything together. But then generally more focus for yadam deity actually include everything together. So in this case, we're starting already completion stage. All the phenomena is emptiness. We are all emptiness. Nothing is truly exist. So into the nature, dharma, dharto. In the nature of dharma, dharto, then arising, usually, samsaric things arising. When we wake up in the nature of dharma, dharta, I, and then I to do to, and all this, impure perceptions arising. So practice yadam deity is when in the nature of dharma, dharta arising is not impure samsaric perception. Arising yadam deity is, pure perception is arising, enlightened beings arising. So that's the, antidote or purify, samsaric karmic imprints. So we create enlightening, karmic imprints. We are created like enlightening beings qualities. So all this yadam deity means actually enlightening qualities. Enlightening qualities we cannot perceive without a form body. So that's why in this case, like in the nature of dharma dharta arising from the all providing emptiness is the nature of dharma dharta. So many color lotus appear on the lotus are moon and the sun disk. So lotus flower visualizing arising, and then we visualizing the moon and the sun disk. So that's purifying all the impure samsaric karmic imprints. Usually our ordinary beings, when we wake up, always arise this, samsaric perceptions, samsaric or impure perceptions, because when we wake up, I, and then, mentally or physically arising all this, samsara or, worldly impure perceptions arising. So that is the causes of samsara, because we create a samsaric karmic imprints. No, in the practice of yadam deity, from the providing emptiness in the nature of dharma dharta, we are not arising I and the self. the perception is not arising, is samsaric karmic imprints. So we visualize many color lotus apples. Lotus is many reasons, but in this case, lotus is below the mother's womb. Mother's womb is transformed. Usually, we have attached to taking the birth. Very strong karmic imprint taking the birth. So Bardo beings always looking the womb. That's why they take the birth. And who wanted, that's why we take the birth in samsara. So in this case, we visualize the lotus flower is then below the mother's womb is transformed to the lotus flower. So you cannot reborn in the samsara. That's a good thing, right? Okay, so we don't have to taking to the consciousness into the mother's womb to take birth. Then on the lotus are moon and the sun days. So sun and the moon is represented with father's essence, mother's essence. They are also purified. So actually, mother's womb, father's essence, mother's essence all come together. Consciousness go into there, take the birth. So these things transforming father's essence, transform father's essence. Sun and moon seeds. And then, so lotus moon days, surmounted bundle. So usually, we take the birth is because due to this mother's womb, father's essence, mother's essence all comes together, consciousness into there, taking the birth. So no consciousness is transformed, they're not going to take birth. Consciousness is transformed to the Yadam. Yadam deity is form body. So that's why Mom syllable is nature of my awareness wisdom. So Mom is representative in nature of your mind. Then you have to know this one. Any Yadam deity is a syllable, So think about the Tam syllable, Tara, right? Shur syllable, Buddha Amitabha, and then Hong syllable, and Vajrapane, many other deities are Hong syllables. So these all syllables, essence of our this nature of my own awareness, wisdom. So that means like transforming, this ordinary consciousness is transforming to the nature of my own awareness, wisdom. Then that case, all the Yadam deity practice is actually same, nothing different, see? Because you just transforming using different Yadams. All this Yadam deity practice is transforming the impure consciousness is transformed to my own awareness, wisdom, Yadam deity's mind. So then the luminous syllable ready color light in all directions. So then Mom syllable we visualize the top of this moon and the sun, top the Mom syllable like radiating. This light radiates goes to offering to the enlightened beings. So that helps create an accumulation merit. Yeah. And then light radiates dissolving back to you is like get a blessing to ourselves. And then you can light radiate again to 6 realms and purify other beings' karma. So causes of suffering, purify causes of suffering. That is become purification. This our nature mind, awareness, wisdom can be purification, purify other beings' obscuration and karma, and also can be offerings, create accumulation merit, like that is go to offerings. So that is very great, right? Easy, because you don't have to create so many prepared things. So only like that is create everything. So no, this leg radar is also this, this time due to technologies and so many different colorful legs. So that's really helps become, it's clearly how to leg radar is. Then this leg radar is like, each leg radar is bring the like offerings, different kind of offerings. Offering is actually, I think is, if I'm not wrong, my understanding is like depending, culture, depending our perceptions. So not necessarily always like something like, some other cultures does, right? Because offering means like followed by laws, country, the cultures, perceptions. So offering is always, offering is like something, our good things. So the first, like this level is a core author level offerings, always bring something good, pure, nice, beautiful things to offering. So then depending, like individually, so which is beautiful for you, which is more attractive to you, something special for you, so you can offerings. So then the like is together offering to enlightened beings. We create naturally accumulation merit. So Yadam deity practices Vajrayana tradition, I think, Sutra also has, but it's more go to, deeper or more into the practice, deeper level is Vajrayana tradition. Sutra tradition is just go to more author level practice, where Vajrayana is go more deeper level, I think, inner level. So sometimes very hard to make different because it's already everything's mixed together, So same is like companies create the example car, their part is like bring from different countries. So even create Yadam Deity Sadhana, they put all the sutra ideas and the Vinayana ideas and all the different this yanas all bring together, put together. So that's why very hard to use, say, oh, this is only Vajrayana, this is Mahayana. It's very hard to make separate. Because when you create the car, you cannot say, oh, this is only come from, it's in this country, but some part is different country come from. So that kind of, when we create Yadam Deity sadhanas and the practice, all bring together many things. So the point is like more in go deeper level practice is only, I think, is Vajrayana way, especially inner level offerings, sacred level offering practice. So here is just whatever you can offering. So depending our individual level offering is not, offering is not only followed by the sadhana, like me, we just chant like argam, pating, pipe, So offering water, shower, flowers, incense, these things. Some people has a more deeper level practitioners using these prayers, but they go into more inner level offerings. So that's all the depending actually individual level practice. Then the lamana syllable like is a color like in all directions. It is offered to all the Buddhas and the purified obscuration and the 6 realms. The leg return and absorb into the syllable and then are become Manjushri brilliantly golden in color. So the leg radar is come back and the mom syllables transform to become Manjushri. So then who's become Manjushri? I think we are become Manjushri, right? Okay, so because the reason is the thing about here. It's a mom syllable. Here says the orange color mom syllable, the nature of my own awareness wisdom. So that is our own, awareness wisdom. So then that our own awareness wisdom is become a rise to the form body. So no, thing about here is like purify all the, impure forms, transform to the Buddha's form. So usually, our consciousness into the mother's womb take the birth, the form body, samsaric form body, right? So no, is the form body is not samsaric form body, it's enlightened form body become. It's all form body, impure form bodies transformed to the enlightened beings form body. So this case, like actually everything has two sides. Which one you're going to pick up, So, the two sides is like one form has enlightening qualities, samsaric qualities. So which one you're going to pick up? Okay. Usually we always pick up samsaric qualities. Yeah, because it's form arise, impure, you fixation, grasping to that. Then that create a karmic imprint, samsara stone in the stone. So rebirth again and again. And another pickup, is enlightening perceptions. So then enlightenment. That's why, actually, truly, these two is inseparable, nothing different. But we don't recognize that. That's why Buddha said, form is empty. Emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness, okay? So form, seeing form, samsaric beings pick up, seeing form, fixation to that, grasping to that, and then create samsaric, negative karma or causes of samsara there. Enlightened beings pick up emptiness, no exist. Emptiness, no in there, truly no in there. So then they create enlightening qualities. So then no doorstep means it's non-separable, not separate. That true is like form is empty, emptiness is form, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. So that is come from sutra, is sutra, like sutra teaching, Mahayana teaching actually. But Vajrayana didn't have more higher than view anything about that, same view. So why Vajrayana has something special? Because using this method, you just something special method to wash away your negative perceptions. We change the impure perceptions. And going to the deeper level and the view, then it's the same thing. Mahayana level, Vajrayana is the same view. So because it's only one nature, true one nature, they don't have separate like two natures. Vajrayana found another nature, Sutra tradition found another nature, then that is against each other, right? All phenomena is only one nature. So one essence, that's why its true view is same, nothing different. So then we are become this Manjushri form body, Manjushri very like golden in color. So in this case, become this sadhana is called self-generation meditation, self-generation. I think you know that, right? Self-generation means self-generation, so we visualize ourselves is Buddha. And in this case, then self-generation is many people get confused. Sometimes I also think it's did correct, but sometimes I feel it's incorrect. I don't know. So just I can share what I thought, Truly, sometimes I think it's okay. That's it. It's 100%, correct. But then sometimes I feel, oh, maybe not. So you don't know. Everything is changing, right, all the time. Sometimes meditation goes really great and we get certainty ourselves, but then next day is not like that. So then here is, we have become the Manjushri, so enlightened form, so self-generation. I visualize like self-generation is, I always need support is much better. Support is like always need something, front generation. Do you know front generation? So you visualize Manjushri in front of you, yeah, and then just go more deeper level. I think so. What I'm thinking is my idea is I'm doing deeper level, but I don't know. It's comparing everything, right? So comparing like other meditators, my meditation is very shallow, could be. So not deeper level. Or it's like up to individual level, so dependent. So try to one meditate yadam in the front, and then supplication guru yadam, and go into looking to the nature mind. So you into your more nature instead, like we can say accomplishment stage, right? Accomplishment stage. So you into your awareness, nature mind. Then you visualize again the nature is arising in the form body is Manjushri. So then that Manjushri arising in your mind, that Manjushri and your own nature is inseparable. So it's kind of really feels like your visualize like Manjushri, that form arising from your own nature, and then you look to your nature, that visualize Manjushri, and your nature is inseparable. You feel it's kind of same, nothing different. So that is like my mind, Yadam's mind, Guru's mind, inseparable, right? So then you into your own nature, you really don't need to think about all this Manjushri's source and volumes and the lotus flowers, and just you into your own that nature and meditate. You kind of like into same is become inseparable naturally. Manjushri is inseparable. So I think that is the core self-generation, if I'm not wrong. So otherwise, like you just try to think about your body's Manjushri form body, just mind is going to all over the place, thinking about different ornaments. Then it's the meditation is not the essence and not really going into the deeper, just kind of like auto level. So many thoughts become like that meditation helps. I don't know, really minds become more wandering again. So then people say, oh, I don't want to visualize, this like become so many thoughts, it's very hard to bring. So I think that's the reasons. So if you go to like thinking about soul, then soul is like, okay, which kind of soul, right? Color and shape and all the hot to holding. So you focus these things, like you're not really into your own nature. Then you hold thinking about the soul, you forget other everything. So you thinking about the volumes, Manjushri volumes and the lotus, this you think about this each ones, then you forget other things. So that's why we visualize ourselves as Manjushri form body. And first, of course, we need support. So image, tanka, and look to that, and like come to in the mind, and then don't really go into detail too much. Just instinctively, whatever comes, and the connection, feeling connection, devotion through connecting, and then look to in your own nature. Yeah, go into your nature, mind, meditate, and then you can easily visualize again. In nature is arising in the Manjushri form body. That form and your nature is inseparable. Then you don't need to focus other forms like anything, right? So I think that is the for good way to do, I think. So, my understand that's called self-generation meditation. Then that has actually both together front generation, because you use something support first. Tanka images, you think, and then go into your mind nature, and then arising mind nature is a Manjushri, and then look to again your nature in the Manjushri is inseparable. So all this front generation, self generation is bring together same time generation with accomplishment stage. Mahamudra together. So you are look into your own nature, mind, then that's a mahamudra. That mahamudra called dharma dhartu, right? Self-awareness. Then that arises from Manjushri. So then you can connect with a very deeper level. I think you have feelings because all this yadam is within our own body. Also, it's we can this nature here is talking about my own awareness, wisdom is arising from body Manjushri. So actually, this all the deities is within our own body, mentally arising from this Yadam deity. So that part is actually talk about it then very deep level again in the inner level teachings. How about deities arising from our chakras and channels, wings, or this right now is impure. So this is become pure, then everything is arising from our own manifestation, or the yadams. That's another level to talk about more teachings. So that part is more when we explain about all the yadam is our own emanations. So we recognize. So that's the followed by inner level teachings. So now here then the lamana syllable red color light directions. Okay, Manjushri like golden in color. So we have become Manjushri. With one face and two arms, my right hand raises the wisdom silver above my shoulder, and my left hand raises to the heart level, hold between the thumb and the ring finger the long string of a lotus. Lotus that blossoms at my left shoulder. On the lotus is the 100,000 verse Panjaparamita text. I am wearing a 5-pointed crown adorned with a blue black top knot and in clockwise with silken robes and precious ornaments. Seated at the Vajra position with a smiling countenance, I radiate the glorious sons of the Buddhas. At the three special places are the white, red, and blue colors syllable like radiates. So the usually same, we own our home syllable. Invited the divine wisdom being. So then, you can use this on our home syllable. Like that is, you can inviting the divine wisdom being who dissolve inseparable into me with the syllable za hong pa hong. So the like that is go to the, in the pure lane, bring the wisdom beings, inviting wisdom being, dissolving to yourself. So that helps become you get more confident yourself, get more blessing. I don't know, it's internet is kind of more. It's okay, can you hear?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay. I can see the pictures is stuck. People are not moving. You all meditate. So, okay, so now, then we inviting and dissolve. So this is Zahong Bahong. Again, the three color lights ready and invite the Buddha of the 5 families to appear in front of me. So I offer flower, incense, like scent, water, nourishing cake, and music to them. So in this part is like yesterday we did the empowerment, you know. It's very mostly same sections, empowerment ritual. So like that is to go to, you know, 10 directions, inviting 5 Buddhas and 5 female Buddhas, then all the enlightened beings with inviting. So then recourse to the empowerment. Then the Omasawata Tangat Abba Kings of the Man is the empowerment. So this mantra, blessing, or the Tathagata, please grant the Abhisheka Mam. So give me the empowerment, you know, all the Buddhas, please give me blessing and give me the empowerment. So that's the mantra. It's correct, Bali? Yeah.
Not be correct.
How can be I incorrect? It's okay because it's a Sanskrit. I don't know. Hopefully, okay.
This is the humility of it, right?
Okay.
Wow.
So you should tell me, okay, if I did it wrong. But they say here has say all the Tathagatas, all the Buddhas, right? Please grant the Abhisheka. Abhisheka is empowerment, right? Correct? Initiation. Give me initiation. So by this recourse, so we recourse. I'm empowered by the Buddha who poured the West nectar on the crown of my head, filling my whole body with nectar and purify all the obscurations. Purify all the obscurations, the nectar overflow at the crown. I think Buddha Verochana is you get a crown. So it's arising 5 wisdoms because purify all 5 afflictive emotions, then arise 5 wisdoms. So that symbolizes head becoming Buddha Verochana, and sometimes there's talk about 5 Buddhas generally. The Buddha of empowerment that dissolve into me. Then we offering to chanting these offerings. So this offering is, you know, according to different sadhanas. So usually if the, you know, we chant the Tara sadhana, then Om Ayatara Sapara Argamta, so Aryatara. So this is the Manjushri. So we offering to the Manjushri. That's why Om Manjushri Jana Satom Benza. So offering to the Manjushris. And this is auto level offerings. I think mostly here the knows what means auto level offerings. Then auto level offering is I already told, you know, talked already. So depending individual level. So if you have a more deeper level practice, then they go into inner level offerings, then go to more sacred level offerings. Sacred level offerings is like through your realization, actually. Through the realizations, you really into your, I mean, that you feel joy, bliss, happiness. So that's you then offering to the enlightened base, not attached to that. Yeah. So it's also another part of the danger area because many beings attached to bliss. And who has this, you know, like practicing step by step and introductions, teachings, meditate, then there knows like the bliss, you know, joy is offering to the enlightened beings. So there you can offering to the your guru and yadams. That is very powerful, but I think only have a really high level meditator practitioner has that secret level blessed offerings. So then that offering is the, you know, different than, you know, right now what we're talking about offerings. Then that offerings you can offer with no draw, you know, no conceptually you can offering. So that's the another case beyond our perception. We don't go there. because we don't have experience. Very hard to understand. The very easy is this. We have 7 bowl offerings. So due to our ability, capacity, is 7 bowl offerings. Very easy because we have physically, and we know how to do these offerings. So that's followed by in these mantras. So in this mantra followed by offerings is you really love to think about. We are in the samsara right now. We are in the samsara. All these samsaric beings attached to, fixation to this object. Also, we all the time using this object. So that's why now we offering to the enlightened beings. And that create accumulation merit and reduce our self-grasping. So 2 things happen, right? Create accumulation merit, and another hand is reduce our self-grasping, purify our, causes of samsara. So these first 2 is water. Usually we put in the bowl, like 7 bowl cup, put the water. This first one is drinking water. So we need a drink. Without that, we cannot survive. We attach to the drinking. Drinking means like not water, anything drink. So not only water, drink. Yeah, so different kind of drinks. You mentally offering all the drinks to the enlightened beings because we use all the time. Second is Shapsar is like bathing. So you can think about we have bathtubs, showers, and beach, and beach for legs. So this all is offering is the second one, included or the second. You just met. So then third is flower is every beautiful object or the beautiful object. So then beautiful object is not only one object, right? So many different kind of beautiful object. So long as you attractive, attach, nice or beautiful object we're offering to the enlightened beings, then that is bring everything and many things, offering to the enlightened beings. So whatever you see beautiful object and a part of that, the third offering. The fourth offering is incense. Is long as we have a nose, we have a smell, right? So then we attach to good smell, hatred or bad smell, and we have aversions for bad smell, and we have attached to good smell. Or the long as we have that attachment, then we have the offering. So we offering to the enlightened beings, good smell things. That is all the good smell things is subsumed to the fourth offering. We have a dualistic right now. This is when long as we have a dualistic conceptual, we need this offering. So one day you are free from dualistic, then you don't have to offering these things. Yeah. So that's you have to understand. And because this is like, offering create like our reduces another hand samsaric attachment. And another hand, we create of accumulation merit using all this object. So this each bowl has symbolized. Once we offering bowls, maybe you have everyone. In the Dharma center always we have, and the monastery always temples we have. So sometimes the individual also does. Then this is symbolized. That means like when you see this object, you have to think about, okay, not only these small things offerings, like all this attachment object things offering. Then number 5 is aloke, is all the legs. So can be sun and the moon also legs we offering. Number 6 is Gende. Gende is performed like beautiful smell, and I think tradition is like medicine. The bathtub is usually in the India, I think Tibet, there has like full of medicine inside. So you go in their medicine, you know, you healing medicine things. So that kind of, you know, offerings perform is actually Gende means. Correct?
Gende is also sandalwood.
Sandalwood. So Gende sandalwood, like, you know, sandalwood, many things like this is just an example, right? And I think many medicine apps, healing things, and put in the water, you know, you go into the bathtub, right? So then you healing yourself. Some in Tibet, like many days does this healing things. And they're also followed by, you know, eating like careful or something, you know, you cannot eat whatever you want. And that does something is, you know, other medicine cannot treat, helps you recover illness, does something. So that kind of, you know, anything, not specific one, but just generally idea, yeah? Different culture has different kind of, you know, treatment, like you go into the bathtub or put in medicine, apps, everything, you know, you're healing yourself. So anything, healing things. That is the offering. Then on Manjushri Jana Sadhana Benza, never is food. Wow, it's without food, what are we going to do? Right? So offering food for all the enlightened beings, most important one. Then last one is everyone attached to, you know, song and music, right? So that's why, see, all this samsara, we can say, you know, fixation or attached to object, what we using within in samsara, we really need, you know, using. So that is offering to create enlightening, I mean, the accumulation merit, purify our negative karma, and reduce our self-grasping attachment. The seven balls is just a method, physical form. You know, you see that you can then use this and visualize more bigger than that. Yeah, not only think about only small the balls what they has, right? So you have to think about a more bigger picture. During this, you know, Yedam deity practice, so you offering to the enlightened beings this. And then you visualize yourself as a Yedam deity, actually also offering to yourself too. Yeah, when we are ordinary mind, using causes of samsara. When you are meditate yourself as a Buddha, using all this object is causes of enlightenment again. So it's dependent, right? That's why, you know, you cannot say this is a negative, you cannot do this positive. Everything is not truly exist there. So everything is dependent. So if it's enlightened beings who has no door, you know, no dualistic realization, and who has a, you know, accomplishment practice Yedam deity, are offering to the meat, because their eat meat is like, or is soul offering, and their eat meat is become, you know, it's liberating beings. So that, you know, that's the difference. Like ordinary beings eat meat is because it's at causes of samsara. You know, we eating other beings like body. So we are ordinary, they are ordinary. So ordinary cannot benefit, right? And someone is already known draw, enlightened, who has like really realized or Yedam deity, and then they eat is everything's offerings. So the eat like meat is become soul offering. We call soul offering, and it's become the animal is liberating. I want to reborn the animal and offering my body to the enlightened beings. Very easily liberation, you know. But very hard to get connections if you don't have connections. So the liberation is many different suffering, you know, I think is there kind of like connect. No. So this teachings followed by, you know, it's all the step by stages. Is path we have to follow, we have to create a practice, but sometimes you get lucky, you know, you get conditions, your enlightenment just without this anything. So that's our thing, because think about you know, someone get lottery, right? It can be millionaires. So you don't have to work hard all the time, right? Mostly generally we have to work hard to get the goal, but some don't have to do, just right there, you know, you get some luckily happening. That kind of, you know, like foundation comes and you are just 100% into that condition, so you have opportunity to enlightenment. But that condition is not always arising, you know. That's why we have to practice. Don't rely on that. We don't know. So when it's happening, we don't know, right? That's why better we just you know, we work hard ourselves is better. So not rely on the lotteries. Is it correct? Lottery? Lottery, yeah. Don't rely on the lotteries. So we don't know it's lottery really going to win or not. Better we do the work hard. While we have a job, take care of your job. So then that's the, you know, practice different the ideas. So now we go to the teaching is a long press to Manjushri. And this long press to Manjushri is the very popular prayer. Very, very popular prayer in the monasteries everywhere actually. The Manjushri practice is very popular in the Tibetan or Buddhist philosopher culture or in the university. So think about this long press to Manjushri. Is where is these prayers come from? These prayers come from Nalanda University. So I think you heard the Nalanda University is there. Sometimes they talk about the first university in the world, but I don't know that could be, right? And then Nalanda University is scientist, like kind of science school, right? Science. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Buddhist philosophy teaching, or is followed by the science. So this university has become really Buddha's teaching is clear and followed by science. So the, you know, Buddha has shared the teaching, you know, so like many different ways like coming teachings, not always like physically face to face, right? And when I share the you know, Friday evening teaching, so Buddha Shakyamuni sometimes into the non-drawn nature states, Dharmakaya, and then, you know, this wisdom beings recognized. The most Buddha's teaching is the higher, deeper level teachings. Is lineage holder is Manjushri, Vajrapane, Chinrezak, these three Bodhisattvas, because they can receive these high level teachings. That's why, you know, all the Buddha's wisdom teaching, lineage holder is Manjushri. So can you hear? I don't know, it's stuck again.
Yes, we can hear, Kempo.
Good. I cannot say all the wisdom teachings, the Heart Sutras come from Chinrezaya, right? But mostly this, we divided two sections of Buddha's teaching. It's a method lineage, wisdom lineage. So wisdom lineage is Buddha Shakyamuni to Manjushri. Method lineage is Buddha Shakyamuni to Buddha Maitreya. And then in the Nalanda University, all this teaching its source is like Buddha Shakyamuni, Manjushri, then Nagarjuna. So Buddha Shakyamuni, us, then Buddha Maitreya, and Asanga. So Asanga Manjushri is, Nirmanakaya, human being body, right? Okay. The Manjushri and Buddha Maitreya is Sambonakaya form. The Buddha Shakyamuni must be in the, Dharmakaya. So when he shared the teaching, absolute true teachings, because absolute teaching must come from the Dharmakaya. So the basic teachings the Buddha shared face to face for the ordinary people. So he talked about the cause and the effect, and he talked about your first life is like you reborn this person, and like you created this karma, that's why you are here. He's sharing this kind of all the many teachings, talk about that's all is face to face people, ordinary people's perceptions. That's why by Buddha's biography has many different levels, because due to individual level. So sometimes people who don't practice the Maya, the mahamudra and high level practice, this Yadam deities, and then this Buddha's high level perception biographies not make sense for them. Ordinary people don't have really idea to think about, because they have their own perceptions, like different biography. Do you understand? So that people who meditate mahamudra and Yadam deity, right? So then they knows Buddha's biography, just ordinary perceptions, not that performed, not that deeper level, right? Do you understand? And they knows that they must have something more than that. And that's why many biography Buddha Shakyamuni is ruled by high level realizers. They're not for us easy. For us very easy biography Buddha Shakyamuni is think about the Tinahan, most people knows. He wrote biography Buddha Shakyamuni is very simple, very nice. That's for us, because all human beings perception, in that time Buddha Shakyamuni was born, and all these people human beings, ordinary beings perception, and that is very suited for us, makes sense for us, suited for us, because our capacity. But high level realization for them, that kind of biography is Buddha is a handicap. Yeah. So that's why in so strong someone attached to Hinayana or Thelawadi teaching, then Buddha is a handicap. There's only one Buddha. So that is only just a human being, kind of what he does, like Siddhartha, and it's hardship, difficulty through, and enlightenment. So not that many abilities. Do you understand? Okay, so this teaching is called Vajrayana traditions, like high level wisdom teaching. Is Buddha is no handicap. So Buddha can not only Nirmanakaya, Buddha is Dharmakaya, Buddha is Sambonakaya, Buddha Shakyamuni is Nirmanakaya, all three of this, whatever he want. So depending individual there. If they're ordinary people, Buddha is Nirmanakaya, Siddhartha is become enlightened person. If there is a Yadam deity, someone like Manjushri, Buddha is become Dharmakaya. They're seeing different. So no, this teaching is come from, Manjushri is lineage holder, means Buddha is a Dharmakaya. Manjushri is a Sambonakaya. Then he give teaching to the Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna has the ability to receive teaching from Manjushri. Ordinary people don't have that capacity again. Okay, so then in Nalanda University is the Nagarjuna is one of the founder of the Nalanda University, right? So historically we know. So then in the university, all these philosophers practice Manjushri. because you practice Manjushri, increasing your wisdom. So my understanding is not only in the spiritual way, not only you push harder study, you practice the yadam, wisdom, yadam deity, increasing, that helps you increasing your knowledge too. So then you study and practice wisdom deity and increasing wisdom. You get knowledge. So knowledge about for the true nature or knowledge for the Dharma, spiritual. Then say all this Nalanda University, that time, all these philosophers, Pentita, we call Pentitas, practice Manjushri. So one day they come together, they talk about, stories, 100 Pentitas gathering together. There's that discussion together. They say we need one prayer for supplication to Manjushri, for one, everyone using together, right? Not everyone doing different. We need one together. So then there's a discussion that and their meeting. So idea is they say we go back to home tonight, everyone, and everyone write prayers to Manjushri. Then we collect together. So which one is the best? Then we use that, right? Okay, so then everyone go back to home. I think next day could be, right? I don't know how many days. So we say next day. So I'm not there, so I don't know. So could be next day. Okay, so they collect it together. And then all bring together same words, same meanings, all this long prayers to Manjushri. So no one wrote different. Everyone wrote same words, same meaning. So this is the long prayers to Manjushri. Right now we are here, right? Page 32. Are you? Okay. So then they use this prayers to Manjushri, the chant all the time. I mean, like during there. So that is the core blessing, Manjushri blessing to this voice. They cannot be same, right? They're going to write something different, but this prayer has Manjushri blessing. That's why everyone wrote one, same. Very beautiful, this long prayers to Manjushri. So then in Tibet, Sheda monastery with philosophy, like we share the teachings all the time, Buddha's texts, different kind of teachings all the time. So every morning we chant this prayer. And sometimes only specific share these prayers. I mean, this long prayers to Manjushri. So we have a commentary that, and I think, I don't know, I shared the teaching, we did this transcription to the long prayers to Manjushri, or I think I talked with Amanda, she wrote down, and we create a commentary for prayers to Manjushri. I don't remember I shared this teaching, everything. Do you remember I shared this teaching or no?
I don't think so. Kepula.
No, you don't think so, right? Okay, I share your idea here, so you can go to the website and download this long prayers to Manjushri commentary, and then we have this one. See, this is text. We have same in this one root text. So then it's a concept explanation of a long prayers to Manjushri. Part 1, the introductory section, and beginning of the text, postation to Manjushri. And in this long prayers to Manjushri, we didn't have here. Usually we say Lama Tang Gombon Jambe Yang Sansalo, like Lama means like teacher, guru, and inseparable with Manjushri, postation to Manjushri. he is here opposite to the guru, inseparable from Manjushri. So this is the usually in the, before this prayer, opposite to guru, inseparable from Manjushri. Then this order is pressed to Manjushri and mind, pressed to Manjushri's omniscient wisdom. Okay, so now here in this teaching, the press to Manjushri is followed by 3 different levels. Press to Manjushri's mind, press to Manjushri's speech, press to Manjushri's body. So then the first has, press to Manjushri's mind has 2 different levels. So it's here is see, press to Manjushri's omniscient wisdom. First is like we press to Manjushri omniscient wisdom. In this, Yalu is a root text. So explain here is press to Manjushri's omniscient wisdom. So this press to Manjushri's mind, which has 2 aspects, you see, 2 aspects difference. Press to Manjushri's omniscient wisdom and press to his compassion. So this is the enlightened being's mind quality, wisdom, and compassion. So who are we pressing here? Manjushri. Manjushri is the father for all 1,000 Buddhas of these fortunate eons. So 1,000 Buddhas, the father is in the Manjushri. And in the story actually, I mean so who practice Manjushri is dependent. I think this go away is better. So no, dependent. I mean, you use the sadhana. We practice a sadhana. We visualize ourselves with Manjushri. We can become Manjushri. That is a very another level. Deeper level practice. And another, like you always like pray to Manjushri. Like we are just thinking about ordinary, right? And please help me, increasing my wisdom. Please help me increasing my love and compassion. So you press to chant these prayers to Manjushri. Then the Manjushri effort to form body, I mean the different kind of form body, many realizers has their visions. So that's another case, right? Think about, Manjushri is not only like deeper level, okay, truly is wisdom, but also relatively he effort to form body to, long as you connect and practice, and many practitioner has vision of Manjushri, vision about Manjushri. They get blessing from Manjushri. And then in many these painters, high level these scholars has these visions, lots of different visions of Manjushri. They get blessing, they get knowledge. So some, teacher and then philosopher, many high level practitioner philosophers, when they're going to write some commentaries, they're going to share like, very deep this philosophy performed Mayaminka teaching or some philosophy, hard to understand many words and meanings, or even you understand words, but the meaning is like beyond in something very hard to understand many. So then their practice Manjushri, press to Manjushri, they has a vision about Manjushri, and then get knowledge, they can explain everything very easy. So that kind of, many stories. Then they also get through the blessing, write the commentaries. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a dependent individual level. Then many this high level Buddhist teachers are called the Manjushri emanations. You know, another way in Tibet, you know, like you have a knowledge, they say, oh, you are emanation about the Manjushri. You have a compassion, they say, oh, you are emanation about the Chenrezig. So that does that. But that's also another way. So okay, because the Manjushri is embodiment of knowledge, wisdom, right? Chenrezig is embodiment of compassion. So then that means like who has a compassion, that person can be Chenrezig. You know, that person we call Chenrezig emanation. So who has a wisdom, and that person can be Manjushri. So you know, that kind of many people has perceptions. So then Tsongkhapa is there, you know, in the order this Tibetans is emanation of Manjushri, and he has knowledge. Longchen Ramjam is there's a Nyingma tradition, as everyone says, emanation of Manjushri. And Satya Pentata is called as another philosopher, very high level teacher. They're also called Manjushri emanation. They're called three emanation Manjushris. So, you know, then that kind of, you know, many teachers, so there's an emanation of Manjushri who has knowledge. There can be, you know, blessing by Manjushri, right? No needed to like, we don't need to think about the physical form body, you know, you don't need to think about the consciousness, right? The person take birth again, right? Not that way. The Manjushri is wisdom. Long as you have all this knowledge, blessing, then you are Manjushri. So then Manjushri can be many enlightened, I mean the knowledge and special beings, not only one person, right? So Chenrezig can be many the masters or like realizers too. So sometimes you know, they say, oh, Chenrezig is like this teacher cannot be other teacher because they're together, you know, because it's only one Chenrezig taking reincarnation. They only can be one Chenrezig. There cannot be many, right? Then that Chenrezig is, we say, already handicapped. Only you can be one person. So that's idea many people has. And then that's why sometimes in Tibet, you know, like say His Holiness Dalai Lama is a Chenrezig reincarnation, Chenrezig. Then also another lineage has a Chenrezig. So they say, no, cannot be two Chenrezig, only one Chenrezig. So it's already complicated there if you're thinking about that way, right? It's reincarnation means like your consciousness take birth and there's only one person. So Chenrezig is compassion. Then that is like same as a space. Compassion is the same as a space, limited. No, unlimited. Sorry, unlimited, not limited, right? So then many beings can be Chenrezig. So sometimes I fear that the one teacher has a Chenrezig, Manjushri, and Vajrapani, all these qualities. So just different, you know, angers or aspects where you can fear. So when, you know, the compassion, you think about it that way, and receiving compassion is the teacher is a Chenrezig. When they share the teachings and knowledge, you know, like, and you fear connections, it's a fear Manjushri. So then the teacher has a power, you know, subdue the negative beings and remove obstacles, and like, you know, when you see that like magnetizing very power, so that you fear is Vajrapani. So can be one teacher has all this, must be have, you know, it's high level realizer have these three qualities. So you know that like where, I mean, the like then we can understand like what means Chenrezig and Manjushri Vajrapani. Okay, so this benefit for other beings, many different activities, ways. So long time ago, you know, don't misunderstand, okay? Long time ago, I read this U.S. History. I read all this George Washington biography, and then second one is John Adam, right? Adam, and the third one is Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson. Three of them is looks like, these three bodhisattvas. Some people doesn't like this three, but could be, my feeling is this. I'm sharing my perception, okay? If you don't like that, then it's like you don't have to get, right? My perception is like, when I read this biography, George Washington has a power. He has a really powerful guy, right? So he is Vajrapani also, like he can become, get independent, and he does things so like, everyone, vote him naturally, right? For his leader. So he has a power. So he has a Vajrapani, I think is blessing. Can be emanation of Vajrapani. Then John Adam, he has a knowledge, he has a compassion. He always dealing with peace, But many people don't understand what his view exactly. But he dealing everything is for peace, no fighting. So he has a kinetic blessing. Then Thomas Jefferson, he wrote all this Declaration of Independence, right? So he has, this Declaration of Independence is, I think, is best on all these democracy systems started. So it's a knowledge, very knowledgeable, and Manjushri blessing, right? You think so?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, accepted. Okay. So we don't have a, if you don't like, you don't have to accept. just ideas, like that, just perception. Because these three guys are totally different, three different qualities they has. I don't think so George Washington can write all this Declaration independent. I don't think so he has this knowledge. But everyone voted him his leader. He has the power to, create like independent country. Do you understand? Yeah. So John Adam, he has another knowledge because he method everything using for the non-violence and peace. So he wanted to become law, the no person, follow the law, everyone. So no one above the law, right? And everyone under the law, everyone, just go to the law, talk through the law to approving. So he wanted to follow the cause and the effect and talk about all the, the compassion we're dealing everything. Okay, so that's the idea. So then just generally, that kind of perception, you can think about it individually and then also associated, I think we have individually have like different, kind of connections. Some has like more knowledge, wisdoms. Easy to write, easy to create something, right? That has a Manjushri. Some has more compassion, loving, it's genetic connections. Some has like naturally, be leader and, power and magnetizing and everyone respect. So that has a, person has a, I think, Vajrapani connections. So some has three of together, right? Okay, so you are just saying like, this first three person has these different qualities, but we also have that quality, okay? Someone doesn't like, you don't have to jealousy to them. We all have these qualities individually. You also have these qualities. Which one is strong? You have more connection than Bodhisattva. Blessings. Okay. Make sense or no? Thank you. Everyone say good. So then, each leader's country, everyone has this, someone has these qualities that benefit others. Some is a benefit more longer goal, benefit others. So if you don't have these qualities, then that is like, called no good leader, harming for other beings and the country. So that is like say Bodhisattva quality. We need the Bodhisattva qualities leaders in the world, right? we need Manjushri, we need Varjapana and the Chenrezak. Then this comes together, compound together, then it's incredible. Okay, so now we don't have time to go to the Manjushri's the press to commentary. So I'm going to share with you in the short way this instruction followed by here. Just go to the long press to Manjushri. His wisdom brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two worlds, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. Okay, so that's the first. Homage to knowledge or praise to the knowledge. Manjushri's wisdom. So Manjushri's knowledge is same as the sun, is correct? Free from of the clouds of two worlds. Okay, so there two things happening there, right? Two things happening is what is happening? Purify and realization. Two things together. Purify is free of the clouds of two worlds. So two worlds means two obstacles, free from two obstacles. So afflictive emotion, right? Afflictive emotion obstacle to the knowledge, or cognitive obstacle. Cognitive obstacles, usually they say that also. The free from that. That means Manjushri is Buddha. I don't know, am I say Buddha? Manjushri is Buddha. Okay, Manjushri is Buddha because the free of clouds of two words means Buddha. Is Pakika Buddhas and Arhats, they're not free from these two obstacles. Only one obstacle is free from. They're free from afflictive emotions, but they are not free from cognitive obstacles. So then who are free from these two obstacles? And that has wisdom, because no clouds in the sky and the sun is shining, right? So then wisdom is arising, knowledge is arising, all the Buddha's qualities arising. So purify and enlightening qualities arising. So purify these two obstacles. That is Manjushri has become Yamintaka. Okay, his qualities arising, enlightening qualities, then that is Manjushri form, peaceful Manjushri form body. So each Buddha has two qualities, different aspects where you have to recognize subduing afflictive emotions, right? He subdued all the afflictive emotion, purify all the obscurations, means everything kind of like negative part is subdued. So that's the Manjushri's arise form is Yamitaka. And another hand, he has all this, free from clouds, then sun is shining. So that is Manjushri enlightening qualities arising. So Manjushri has a love, compassion, wisdom. So that is the form, is Manjushri form, peaceful Manjushri. So that helps you attain is like wrathful and peaceful. That is inseparable actually. Just different aspects arising. Form is, one mother and two kids there, right? Example, like one kid has a really good behavior, is you can lovingly care about that. That is called Manjushri peaceful. One kid has not good behavior, mother need wrathful to really love, compassion, economically same is like good behavior kids, but she use different method, right? To like take care that not good behavior kids. So then she's showing like more wrathfully taking care, change the behavior. So that is called wrathful. So actually one mother, not two mothers there. So then, there also individually when we practice, some is a connection with wrathful way is really feel good. Some is peaceful way connections. It's mother, taking care two different aspects where for children, and also the children also had, we also need two different. So sometimes we feel really negative, bad. We need wrathful to, using and remove that. Sometimes like you feel joy, happy, and connect with the loving, compassion, wisdom, and we need peaceful way to connections. So that's why this Buddha arising two different forms. Perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. So this is the, we homage to the Manjushri's knowledge, wisdom, praise to Manjushri's wisdom. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion. So then he has a compassion. So not only wisdom, for all beings who suffer from the darkness of the Father for only his all the beings. So compassion, who is suffering from in the darkness of ignorance, because who don't have wisdom, then that is called ignorance. Wisdom opposite is ignorance. So wisdom create everything is the causes of happiness and create the causes of liberation, right? Ignorance create everything causes of samsara and causes of suffering. So Manjushri practice, helps wisdom arising. We knowing, knowledge comes, we know what is right, what is wrong, what we have to adopt and what is we have to discard. So we get knowledge about that. That is called wisdom. The get Manjushri blessing, you really know the then cause and the effect too. So otherwise, like we don't recognize cause and effect. The reason is because due to ignorance, no wisdom. So blessing, you recognize cause and the effect, what is right, what is wrong. That time you have Manjushri blessing. So we don't need. So sometimes seeing face to face is not much benefit. So blessing is more beneficial. Your mind is like transforming, changing. So wisdom is then arising. Wisdom arises, we do everything is right. Then who suffer from darkness or ignorance and the prison of samsara. We are prison of samsara. So this morning, forget the name is, she has a drawing, right? There's a prison of samsara and nirvana. So I don't know if she's here, no? So same, we are all samsaric beings in the prison of samsara. So don't think about it. You think I am freedom. Okay, we are not freedom. Long as we have emotions, we are not freedom. So long as we have ignorance, we are not freedom. This freedom is talking about absolute truth freedom, absolute truth freedom, yeah? And who has really freedom? Then enlightened beings, realizers has freedom. Doesn't matter where they are. Then the location, nothing is important for them. Even they are in the prison, they are freedom. So we are in the good country, the best place, even in the highest level place, everything great, but can be prisoner. It's long as emotion we have, then we are prisoner. That's why it's here is talking about who suffer from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara as the father for only son. So then all the prisoners, our own son and the children. So then what are you going to do? You want to release them, right? You want to have them soon as possible. Even one moment, soon as possible, you wanted to release them. If they wanted to let go, then you can help them to let go, but they don't want to let go. they you know, then you cannot do anything. Same, you know, enlightened beings always there, long as we wanted to freedom, samsara, always there. So you know, you don't need to think about all enlightened beings, you know, cannot help me to do and freedom from me samsara. But enlightened beings, long as you open mind, heart, and always with us, because wisdom, compassion is this enlightened quality is not physical, right? Not depending anything. So if you are relying on the person, like person cannot be there, you know, in the person, right? Person has like all this guard, and you know, no one can come in there, so blocked, right? Just that's I think, I mean, sharing just an example, you know, so cannot come in. Enlightened beings, the, you know, long as you open mind, it's be the right way. So we are in the same as a prisoner. If you are relying on some other people, they cannot come the right way. You know, they're stuck in the traffic. They are stuck in somewhere else. They need a passport. They come, you know, or, you know, they need a vaccine card. Many things need right now, you know, more required. Samsara, you know, due to degeneration, more requires. So very hard to get the person, right? And enlightened beings, right moment in there, you know, long as you open your mind and heart. So that's why when we chant the arches, you know, morning supplication, your compassion is very close, right? Your wisdom is unobstructed or something. Do you remember?
Yeah.
See, this not only Achi or the enlightened beings, same. So many in the enlightened, you know, sadhana prayers, like all these enlightened beings always with us, long as you're opening the mind and heart. So they are not stuck with the physicalists, you know, same as us. So we are prisoner, we wanted to release our prisoner, enlightened beings always with us there, each moment, you know. So you open your mind, heart, each moment, enlightened beings, each moment you can connect with them. That's why when you have time, you just chant these prayers. Manjushri is be with you that moment. That's his compassion. That two qualities talk about Manjushri is mind quality. Okay, mind quality. So he has wisdom and compassion. That two qualities. So then he has this mind two qualities. He have to do action, right? What he does is how can he benefit others? Is connect with other beings, like a thunderclap. He awaken those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of Haramana speech. He wears the wisdom sword to cut settling of suffering, the despair, darkness of confusion. So that is the in the Bodhisattva. Okay, so that is his you know, quality of best to Manjushri's enlightened speech. Manjushri enlightened speech is like a thunderclap, very strong. You cannot sleep, so you must have to wake up, right? And then, you know, so long as you have a blessing Manjushri, you cannot sleep through the ignorance. Due to the ignorance, you know, you wake up, you know, then you're going to naturally go to practice Dharma and do the spiritual good things, create, you know, causes of happiness. So this is an example, you know, not always a thunder comes, you think Manjushri, but not that case. This is just a poverty kind of a, you know, like example, right? But as long as you have Manjushri blessing, you cannot sleep through the ignorance, okay? You can sleep through the wisdom, but no ignorance. You can sleep with dream yoga, but no sleep with, you know, like same as the pigs. Yeah. pig sleeps all the time, but they're through the ignorance sleeping. So we wake up from that. He waking those who are sleeping ignorance and losing the chance of karma. Then so Manjushri, through the blessing, he waking up us and put in the spiritual path, like connection and blessing. Through that you really wanted to practice. And the spiritual just like means like your inner qualities, all these positive qualities you create. So long as we create positive qualities, then naturally you losing the chance of karma. So this is a full, example like Kat Chan means like like you just practice this Yadam deity or practice spiritual and positivity, then negative chance of karma is naturally released. So through the 60 of branch of Haramana speech, through the speech means through the like practice of dharma, practice of dharma, and naturally we are free from samsara. Make sense? So that's the Manjushri, the blessing from the speech. And then his words, wisdom, to cut was suffering to dispel darkness or confusion. So then we are free from ignorance. Wisdom, to cut settling of suffering to dispel darkness or confusions. In the Bodhisattva form, so this is the praise to the Manjushri's body. So time is finished, right, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so this we have to finish. The praise to Manjushri's body is in the Bodhisattva form. He is a Bodhisattva's form. So there is like yesterday, I think we shared like when you receive the Bodhisattva vava or you cultivate bodhicitta, and then the aspects is called in the Bodhisattva's form is like youthful form, Bodhisattva's form. Always Bodhisattva's form means I want to liberate all other beings before the me, right? So that bodhicitta Manjushri has. That's why he's the Bodhisattva's form. He is pure from beginningless time. See, that means actually Manjushri is Buddha, is all pure from beginningless time. But he shows Bodhisattva's form means he is the apple to the form body and benefiting other beings under samsara's end. The Manjushri's benefiting is never extinguish. Extinguish is correct words.
Yeah.
Okay, never extinguish. Distinguish is not correct, right?
No.
Extinguish, exhaust.
Either one.
Either one is extinguish. Okay, extinguish or exhaust. Never exhaust. So that's why in this case, like we practice Manjushri on the path. When we are become enlightened, I think our all this quality wisdom is associated with Manjushri's wisdom. Until end of samsara never exhaust our the practice benefit. So it's the form body something, then you are enlightened, you're gone. Like form body, so even when we die, is gone, right? And everything's limited. But this case, I think you create enlightening qualities. My understanding is wisdom, or the your learning, knowledge, spiritual gaining quality, wisdom is becoming enlightened is part of Manjushri's wisdom, dissolved to Manjushri's wisdom. So same is like our water is falling into the ocean, right? The water is become part of the ocean. Ocean never dry up, until maybe end of samsara. So could be, end of this world. Maybe ocean never dry, end of this world. So then that, our waters drop in the ocean means this water is part of the ocean. Same as our knowledge is associated with become Manjushris. All the enlightened beings, wisdom together. So that form bodies arise from Manjushri. How powerful, you think so? If your water is only you put in your bowl, is sun is become hot, it's like after 1 month gone. Even no need 1 month, 2 weeks after it's almost gone, right? Dry up, exhausted, correct?
Yeah.
So your water is exhausted. So now in this case, we practice this wisdom qualities associated with the Manjushri. Our wisdom is inseparable with the Manjushri. Then our quality is never end. I mean, the benefit is never end. And the same, compassion quality is associated with the Chinrezai. The power is associated with the Vajrapane. So these three is all the enlightened beings qualities. So we have become enlightened. You can be part of Chinrezai, you can be part of Manjushri, you can be part of Vajrapane. So we are never exhaust our quality, right? So that's the enlightened quality. So that's why we say, until end of samsara, we wanted to benefit others. The aspiration is never mistake. Then you don't have to suffering like same as like right now we have everything is limited and handicapped, whatever we wanted to do. So if you do something, it's there has a 60% qualities, maybe 40% is negative. So it's nothing is like 100%, is a good quality. So we do something, like get something good part, but also affected something, right? That's all this samsara situation. So like nothing is like 100% correct. It's a 50-50 is good, maybe 50-50, 60. And that's why all these different ideas, different, like we have this country, the systems, because it's everyone have different ideas. So all has like 50-50 or 60 or 70. I think this really helps me become attached to these different politicians. No hatred to another politicians. I can be Republican, I can be democracy, Democrat, because you see this, everyone has, different ideas. It's 50-50 or 60, like all different ideas. Nothing is zero negative. Nothing is 100% positive there. So all is just depending individual situations. They have 100 people, and the 100 people is not same. They have different situations, right? Then this, is politic or means like system is followed by different people, so they pick up, which part of that. So that's why you're no needed to against each other, right? It's depending. I don't like that, but some people really need that, right? Some people doesn't like. I really want. Some people doesn't like. Could be. So that's it's the it's a government, it's a law systems or this politics systems, right? How to say this different parties, right? Different parties. Yeah, different parties has different ideas because they pick up different people's like the situations. So they cannot hold the whole thing is 100% together. Otherwise, it must be everyone same situation. We don't have everyone's same situation, right? So someone wanted to drive the small car, someone wanted to ride the bicycle, someone take train, someone want to take the airplane. They all have different situations. No same ideas. So that's why they need a different kind. Everyone is good, actually. We have to respect everyone's ideas. No need to against. Even you doesn't like, some really need that. Okay. So that's why here, and the samsara is nothing is 100% good quality. Everything is going to limited exhaust. And then enlightened quality is never exhaust. So fully, then fully complete in the 10 levels and the perfect the body of all knowledge. So Manjushri, the form body shows us is, 10 in the 10 levels, like quality, Bodhisattva 10 level qualities, perfect in the body of all knowledge. So it's a supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 son of Buddha to dispel darkness of my ignorance. This 112 son is each one explained in the some teachings. So that's all the quality is just apart to the form explained. Buddha has a long ear. Buddha has a long tongue. That kind, right? And explains. So why he has a long ear, and then they explain lots about it, because he hear everything. And he has a long tongue. He never lies or something like that. So many explains. So this 112 sound is also some maybe not really nice for us too. So due to our perceptions, right? That time is talk about the qualities. The dog has Buddha's tongue. Like each being has Buddha's qualities a little bit part. So dog tongue is really thin and long. So that's dog has a Buddha's tongue qualities. So that kind, like talk about many different, this 112 sons. I don't want a dog's tongue. I like my tongue. So it's all just talk about different qualities. That is the author level to dispel the darkness of my ignorance. So that's the long praise to Manjushri. If you wanted to know more, and then you can download this, it's Manjushri commentary in the website. The Gardroma has, and the Gachi meditation has, and the DDSC has. You can go in the many commentaries you didn't see maybe. So we're not going to share with you because you have to do something. We too much putting you in your hand. You have to do something, find more information. Thank you, everyone. So now we go back to the sadhana practice. Om Vangeshwarimo, Om Vangeshwarimo, Om Vangeshwarimo, Om Vangeshwarimo, Om Vangeshwarimo. The outer universe dissolve into the light. It's page 34, sorry. The outer universe dissolve into light, which dissolve into myself, and then dissolve into the mom syllable, which dissolve from the bottom to the top nada, gradually becoming emptiness. I meditate in the bliss of non-duality of subject and object. So now we chant the Tibetan. No ju rante ranye jang toke made mere nade ba rente mimi donzara de chin ya laryan jambar pave kore jo. We have to meditate her dissolution. In once again assume the form of Manjushri. Go to dedication. By this light of your wisdom, compassion one, may the darkness of ignorance in my mind be dissipated. To realize all sutras and commentaries, please grant me this power of reading wisdom. Whenever I wanted to see you, want you to clarify my confusion. Lord Manjushri Kocha, may I have a clear wisdom of your without hindrance. You, Manjushri, have performed great deeds to the further limits of the 10 directions. For the benefit of all sentient beings, may I and all others perform the some activities. Kadan denje yong lo do ba ye lo de bo be na wa zar de so kan se ta waran do ba jun se che waran do na ya gong bo jang yang ju ne ne ge me pa ne do wa re jo so je nang gen dar do be sen jin gen do de ze so here is the whenever I wanted to see you or want you to clarify my confusion, Lord Manjushri Kocha. So I think I wanted to see you is an incorrect kind of, I wanted to see our own true nature, right? I wanted to see, maybe seeing you means like Dharma teaching. So you study like something, knowledge creating. I wanted to study whatever you're doing, I wanted to study, I wanted to practice, I wanted to meditate, whatever you're doing the action. I wanted to clarify my confusion. Yeah, not the form body Manjushri. I want to see you, right? This is kind of more just like our just ordinary people, yeah, ordinary thinking, yeah. Okay, so Lord Manjushri Kocha, they may ask blessing me, right, Manjushri? Not talking about I want to see you, I want to see you. I want to do something, please bless me, right? So that's the you have to understand. Then next, Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is humble, may it rise, where it is born, may it not decline, but it will increase higher and higher. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing in it true of Dharma, and by the blessing of the divisible Sangha order, may the Mary Ashe bear fruit. By the virtue as pure as white sun over mountains, may the teaching of Renashiri flourish in the 10 directions, and dispel the ignorance of the sentient beings that they were elicit Buddhist perfection wisdom. Sanjo Senjo Rinpoche, Ma Jipa Nan Ji Joroche, Jipa Nyamba Me Bayang, Gong Ni Gong Den Pe War Shu, Sanje Goso Ni Be Sin La Dan, Qin Ye Men Joro Den Be Sin La Dan, Gen Den Me Sin De Be Sin La Ji, Jadar Mo Ye Mo La In De Bare Shu, Namda Kare Takara Gewandi, Rinchen Den Bai So Je Je Ba Dan, Jiti Me She Te Mo Namdar Chen, Tarsen Sanje Yi She To Bare Shu. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we have to chant Manjushri mantra. Om Wange Shore Mo, Om Wange Shore Mo, Om Wange Shore Mo, Om Wange Shore Mo, Om Wange Shore, Om Wange Shore Mo, Om Wange Shore Mo, Om
Wange Shore Mo. Temple, I have a question.
Wange Shore Mo, Oh, 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 Wange Shore Mo. Thanks, everyone. Yes, Laming. I want to hear Laming's question first.
Okay, Tempola, I want to ask because today you are talking about Idam deity and talking about we visualize and we do the outer, inner, and secret. And I just want to ask a essential question. Is our enlightenment depend on the outer force like Idam deity, or it depends on us as we have our own enlightenment potential and we can get enlightenment? So if we can, why do we have to go through all these trouble? And you have said 2 times. The first time you said that, oh, you don't get to all these details, it's too much trouble. But later you said, oh, you have to go one by one and really clearly visualize and everything. So I got a little bit confused. What is the correct information?
Correct information is I said, don't go too much, fixation stuck there, and like more relax, balance, and bring into your mind and go into mind connections. No fixation there.
So
That's
is
it.
the enlightenment depend on the Idam deity or depend on ourselves? Because we supplicate the Idam deity to help us. So is it the
both,
Idam
actually
deity
both.
doesn't-
Buddha
Oh.
is Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, 3. Yes.
So you need both.
3
I
of them come together, right?
I actually understand from my
Yes.
experience. I understand the teacher really help you when you really stuck in some way of obstruction. But I just wonder the basic quality of the enlightenment is it independent or is dependent on outer force like the Buddha, the Idam, and other things?
You practice, it's then you discover in your own is a Yadam deity. It's always there together.
Okay.
So you
And the
you don't have to
yeah.
create separate, right? We bring together inseparably. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't push
So
away
the
the Yadam deity and me and the separate, right?
Yes.
So that's
At the
why we
beginning.
use in samsara. No, we have to bring together, okay?
Okay, so the second question I don't understand is when you say about the Washington and Jefferson and Adam, do you know
that's
they are
just
slave owner? How
that's
can
why I
about
said
you
some
tell
people
us?
doesn't like that. Just don't go there, okay?
No, I am
don't
not
know.
like that. Or like
I know
I
that.
just want
I know that
you know they are
it's coming,
slave
so
owner.
that's why I said just it's individual ideas, not to go there.
No,
Okay,
how,
thanks.
How
Then
can
Laming.
do that? Okay, thank you, Kempula. I am not going to put you. Thank you.
Maybe that time is not ready. That time is a time in the democracy country, right? So it's have to wait the time, have to come the time. That's why Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni, he didn't share that time, right? So he asked them, hold Manjushri, Varjapani, Chinrezak, let them to take care of these jobs, like slowly,
But
He
does
said
that
no
mean
ready to he didn't. He also said no ready, have to come, time come.
but
Yes.
that doesn't mean only slave is
So
okay.
that means you have to
isn't
wait
it?
the time. They're going to change. Not okay, but the
Okay.
time is not ready to change.
Okay.
You have to come the time to change, right? No one say okay, but it's time have to wait, because if you have to
Okay.
first create a like democracy system, right? So without that system, then you cannot change many things. More wars become if you go to create, talk about that at that moment, maybe. So That's why it's like you have to calm the time and the right moment, more effective, the more benefit. If no time is ready, and I didn't say that they're just enlightened beings, but they're kind of like showing, like the some part of aspect qualities. We all have that quality, Lameng.
Well, we have
Sometimes
that
I
quality.
see your question is like kind of Manjushri blessing. I can give you
Thank you
answer,
so
so
much.
it's beyond my capacity. So I respect Lameng is Manjushri's blessing.
No, I don't think so. If I am so wise as Manjushri, I won't ask questions. Well, thank you, Kempola.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now is the Krista. Can you?
Hello, Kempola.
Okay.
Thank you. I have a question. I am a beginner practitioner, and I would like to know what is the best to practice first. Is it better to practice Chenrezig sadhana or Manjushri sadhana when you are a beginner?
It's a very similar Manjushri and Chenrezig sadhana. So you can practice starting with the Chenrezig, maybe you're good, so you can go to Manjushri. But actually, they both are very similar.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, so then Banli, you have to say something or?
No, only if she's struggling. Can I say something to her, to the woman who was asking the question?
Oh,
or not?
It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything? Okay. So have a good day, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kempo.
Oh,
And
thank
chant
you, Ken.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you, Kempola.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
Kempo.
Kalek.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Kempola. Thank you.
Sangha.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kempo.
And everything you